Okay. The last part of this video, I'm going to sum up, is that it's so many issues and so many ways I could go with this. I mean, I got a little bit of it out, but I mean, this subject really just, it bothers me because, like I say, there's so much hypocrisy among black men, to blame the black woman for everything. And my question really to the black man is, okay, if the black woman has basically taken over the community, if she has basically, when there was no one in the house to help her, but then when you get out, she's supposed to be little Sally homemaker and be submissive and turn over the reins and just let you have everything and let you do everything, or she's a dominant bitch. Okay, but my point is, who was there for her and who was there to support her when you were not there, for whatever reason, whatever the trouble, drugs, whatever it was that the reason why the black man left the home, whether he went to another woman, whatever the reason was, and left the black woman with the children and the bills and the everything. And she had to be strong, and she had to do it by herself. So because she did it, and because she held it down, and because she held it together, yeah, maybe she didn't do the best job with the kids. I mean, hey, she's not a man, so she could not raise boys. I know a lot of women think they can, but you need a mom and dad. I think a lot of black women understand that. So bottom line, she did the best that she could. My point is, now that, let's say you're home, and like I say, she's supposed to be little Sally homemaker now and just turn over the reins to you and just be this little sweet, docile, whatever, Who was there for her when you weren't? Who was there for her when she had to raise the kids by herself? Does she get any credit for at least holding it down? Does she get any credit for at least keeping the kids intact and fed and clothed in some way? Does she get any credit for that? Because as a single mom who was working and not making too much more than $8 an hour, eight something an hour, doing some real hard work, yeah, I got strong. Yeah, I got dominant. Yeah, I didn't just allow any man just to come and I just gave him over my reins, over my children and over my house and bills and all that. No, I didn't do that. So, yeah, they told me I didn't need a man. And it wasn't that I didn't need a man. It was that, I've been doing this by myself. It's hard for me to just turn over and let you have it all. And so, I think it needs to be a little bit more understanding of where the single black woman's mindset comes from. Yes, we get pretty bossy. Yeah, we get pretty bossy. But let me say this though, because here's some more hypocrisy. Because the black woman will get called a dominant bitch or whatever because she has had to be strong and do things for herself. But let's look at a woman of another culture who's running a company, and she's definitely a bitch in her attitude, and she doesn't care. She wants to be a B, and she wants to take over and have that strong, manly attitude because of the position that she's in. Okay, why doesn't she get called out for being too manly, for being too dominant? Why doesn't anybody call her out? But you'll call the black woman who has had to run a house and children and family, which is way harder, if you ask me, than anything, and keep a job. She gets called a dominant bitch because she won't give up power, or it's hard for her to give up power. But somebody else who's, let's say she's running a corporation, oh, she's a strong woman. I think that's hypocrisy. I think that's straight hypocrisy. And, I think it's unfair that the black woman has to take the brunt of all that has gone on in the black community when a lot of times she had to do it by herself. I think she needs some credit. I understand you got some ratchet ones out there. I understand you just got some deadhead club hoppers out there, but you got a lot of deadhead club hopping black men too. You got a lot of black men who go and spread their seeds over between 15, 20 women and more, and don't take care of them, and don't do anything for them. You got a lot of them who want to just gang bang and hang out with their friends and not be responsible. You have everything that I keep hearing about ratchet black women. It's the same thing about ratchet black men. But like I say, there seems to be this just hate-filled campaign that the black woman is the lowest, most disgusting, most despicable thing on the earth. And the only thing that that's going to lead the black community to is more division. It's going to lead the black man to, because I don't know, the only two options, if you're not with your black woman making more black babies, you are either with another man or with a woman of another race. Now, that woman of another race, if that's what you do, if that's what you want to do, if that's what's going to make you happy, by all means, do it. But don't do it for the reason that, oh, the black woman ain't SHIT, so I'm going to go get a white woman. Because all women have the same issues and problems. It's just that you look at them differently. I keep hearing the black woman, oh, she a drama queen, she a this and just... Do we watch movies? Do we look at TV? Do we know any white people? White women are the most dramatic. They come with the most problems. At least a sister will try to work it out. At least a sister can raise 3, 4, 5 kids and still hold it down and still keep a job and everything. It ain't too many single manless white women who really are that strong who can do that. And I'm not picking on white women, God knows. All I ever hear is being racist. I'm not just picking on white women. I'm talking about a lot of women of a lot of different cultures, because you have so many other women in different cultures who still have their man with them. And so they don't have to even go through that issue of being single. Now, of course, you get divorced. Of course, situations happen where, you may not have a man for a minute. But I'm talking about just overall. So many times the black woman is single. So many times the black woman has to do it by herself. And, on behalf of black women, I think it's irrational. I think it's unfair. And it's not going to do any good to have a divide of the black man and the black woman, and black men continually dogging and bashing black women. It's not going to do anything. Because half of the stuff, like I say, that they're saying is just really irrational and silly and can be put upon anybody, But like I say, you don't have, I don't hear men in other races and other cultures getting up on stage singing and rapping about bees and hoes and cussing out the women and degrading the women and, oh, she a gold digger and all this kind of stuff. You don't hear that from them. And so, they have problems and issues with their woman, but they're not doing the things that I see the black man doing, and he thinks that, I guess he's being smart, he's wise or whatever, but it's silly. Because when you downgrade and degrade your woman, what else do you have? You have nothing else. Either you're not making full black melanated babies or you're gay, period. Those are your two options if you hate the black woman. I think if that's the issue and if that's the case, I think it's a lot of other things that need to be going on. The black man is not without fault. The black man is not without responsibility. And that's what he has done. He has shirked a lot of his responsibility and put the burden on the black woman for what she's not doing. But my question is, where is his accountability? What is he supposed to be doing when, if we're going to go by the Christian doctrine and say God made the man the head, okay, where's the leadership? If she did do all of this stuff and run the community, what are black men doing to recapture and reclaim the black community besides bickering and sitting around on Facebook, or in social media, complaining and crying? So, you know, I just want to know what they're doing beside complaining, and what are they doing toward black liberation to bring back the black family? Is there any responsibility of the black man, or has it all been given to the black woman? Because if it has all been given to the black woman, then you can't complain because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I may make some more. I may go on and talk about this a little bit more because, as you can see, I'm really I'm pretty passionate about this. But I'm going to end this video for now. Thank you all for listening. Please comment, subscribe, and I want to hear some feedback.